something totally different, and I gotta say, I like it. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Pain, because everybody shout no pain. And a new Chinese ninja, Tenten, but wearing a completely different outfit. She appeared yesterday, and it was like yesterday. Well, he probably appeared like yesterday morning, but I just saw it yesterday night, so I didn't want to make a video until today. Looking at her ropes. Oh, before I get into that, I'm actually on the Joy Fund Forum website. Okay, for the groups, Force 18,000, 18.0, both for chakra and agility 16,000, 16.0, and power 200,000, 20.0. Now we scroll down to both the talent and skill. For the talent, we have she's an assaulter, if you guys didn't see that. Massively increase agility and force. Naturally has 60% speed, 45% damage rate, and 45% for injury rate. Ignores 40% enemy's defense, only applies to herself. When this ninja is in the battlefield, it reduces all enemy speed by 38% and damage rate by 30%. Has a 70% chance to clear all negative statuses when attacked. On death, has a 100% chance to stun all enemies for 1 round. Immune to imprison, Itachi, and Sishui's CC, and blind, Pain and Conan, and Tsunade and Mei. Now, looking at the talent, it's very interesting, very interesting. The reduce enemy speed is kind of standard for for assaulters to have, and then damage rate, go hand in hand. Either lower the damage rate or lower the attack. Now, there's as an express, I like the attack more, but damage rate, it's still something. It's still, overall, it's still gonna do less damage. But to go back to the ignore 40%, enemy's defenses only applies to herself. That means that because it's only for her, so when she attacks, she's gonna ignore 40%. She's gonna ignore 40% of their defenses. Now, I know the only ninja that has that. The only other ninja that has that is Obito Mandara, which I believe it ignores 100%, or I don't know if it clarifies which percentage they ignore, but they also ignore enemy defenses. So should be doing way more damage than anybody or than any other assaulter, which that's something I like as well, because it's just especially it comes to the point where it's going back to being purely PvP. That's like for those who only have PvP ninjas. So you need something that's gonna better get off more damage, especially because those battles gonna take a lot. They're gonna take a while. Then the 70% chance to clear all negative statuses when attacked. Now I'm assuming it's gonna only clear off for her. I would assume. So that's good, what I'm saying. At least she, because she could be hit with a lot of stuff, but there's a chance that, when, she get hit, then that's going to be cleared off. So it's like, she can get hit with a bunch of different CCs and, get hit by it, what I'm saying? But then she gets hit again for the second time, all that could be gone, but then she probably get hit with the next, unless it applies after whatever is applied. So for example, if she is CC, DOT, debuffed and doesn't clear that, but the second time she get hit by another CC debuff, whatever. I'm thinking, would it apply after or before it? But I want to say, because when attacked, that means she'll get hit, and I would assume it would clear the first set of debuffs and stuff, but not the second stuff. I don't know for sure. And then on death, 100% chance to stun enemies, stun all enemies for 1 round, which is because ninjas now, it's like a lot of them is not really immune to stun. They're immune to things that virtually works like stun. So she goes down for the count. Your whole opponent's team is now stunned, hoping that none of them are immune to stun. So what I like about that is, it can change the tide of battle, because you can imagine, like you put in perspective where, let's say your opponent just nukes your Tenten. She's gone. Everybody is now stunned. So then at least, hopefully your other ninjas after Tenten can still get off some attacks. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty interesting to utilize on your team. And then immune to the two Imprisoned and Blind. So overall, when you look at the defense, the speed, damage rate drop, the negative buffs, and the death, all that stuff, they all can work for both PvE and PvP. Which most talents does that. They had a benefit both of them because ignore 40% enemies' defenses. The opponents in the PvP, not about PvE. I can't. I would assume that they don't necessarily ignore what you're trying to ignore. I guess to cancel it out. So all that applies in both aspects. So overall, the talent, I like the talent. You know what I'm saying? All of it's pretty good. There's nothing I can really say that's bad about it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing I can pinpoint and be like, it's okay. I mean, as anyone, I wish the damage rate was attack, because that definitely would make where you would take less damage, but everything else kind of makes up for that. Now on to the attack. Attack all enemies with a ground rate of 300%. There's a 6% chance of paralysis or explosion. Explosion enemies for 2 rounds. Increase allied attack by 25% and randomly clears debuffs from 2 allies. Decreases enemies damage rate by 20% and A rate for 2 rounds. Recovers 50 for herself and 30 for all allies. Now, look with the attack. The 300% is kind of the highest they're going. Like I can see that you can see that they're not going to go any higher than that 300%. So it's nothing I can touch on that. But the CC, paralysis and explosion. I can't think who causes explosion, but I think paralysis is like on Itachi, Sasuke, and has to be someone else. Has to be I would assume someone else that also causes the paralysis. So 2 different CCs, which I like that too, because they're doing a lot of other things. They're going very creative. You know what I'm saying? Make it where a ninja can, just like Idon and Kagasu, 5 different CCs. Where, some ninjas now have it where they have a chance to hit you with 2 different CCs. Now again, I'm assuming they'll hit you, it'll randomly choose 1 CC and apply it to everybody, versus each ninja has a chance to get hit by one or the other of these CCs. So that's pretty cool. I like that. 60% chance is low, but they're probably going to buff it to maybe about 65%. Not too high. Could be too crazy. Increase allies attack by 25% and randomly clear debuffs from 2 allies. Both are excellent. Making sure your guys get hit a lot harder. And then clearing debuffs, which, I always say that, ninjas now don't have that ability to cleanse debuff. Even though it's not like cleanse everything, she can clear debuffs off 2 random enemies, 2 random allies. And then you have Madara Obito, which cleanses debuffs off of your supports. So you kind of compare, and again, it determines what type of team you want. You know what I'm saying? If you want a team that is going to be all about speed and hitting hard and maybe lower your opponents like certain stats, or you want to be a team where if you want a team where you want to be bulkier and take less damage. I mean, it's a lot of different things that you guys might decide how you want to run your team. On to the next part. Decrease enemies damage rate by 20% and A rate. A rate is like anime. You guys already know that. Damage rate is still something. It go hand in hand with her talent. And theory is self-explanatory. So the skill is okay. You know what I'm saying? I like the CC, even though the percentage is low, but they're gonna bump that hopefully a little bit. The attack and clear debuffs, I like it. 2 thumbs up. Decrease damage rate, A rate, decrease damage rate and A rate. I'm half and half with both of those. You know what I'm saying? So, all in all, you ask me, will I get this ninja? My thing is, like, out of all the current, well, all the current assaults that they have released, my thing is, I do want to start picking up other ninjas just so, my team be different. Like, because, I get to that point where I can't really do no more PvEs. So to switch up with Naruto and not to choose someone else, I definitely need to do that. You know what I'm saying? So for me is one to say, oh, I'm gonna get her, but what I like to do is, determine who I'm going to replace, and then look at all ninjas that does something. So it's never like, oh, you got this ninja that when he attack, you increase their attack, but another ninja does the same thing but lower percentage. They override each other. It's to have a team in which things are kind of spread out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got some speed decreases, speed increase, lower your attack, lower your damage rate. A lot of different CCs, especially certain ninjas. It's like doing your research on it, you know what I'm saying? To kind of know what ninjas are currently released, what ninjas are going to be released, what are they immune to, and build a team, if you can, that can counter as much as you can, just to kind of make that not because your team might not never be perfect, but it could be a team that can give people problems. So I know someone might ask me, oh, Pain, do you think this ninja is worth getting? As I always say is, I give my opinions on each part of, the talent and the skill. The one thing I would say is, by herself, if you were to pick her up and have no other event ninjas, she's not bad. You know what I'm saying? For a purely PvP ninja. But to coexist with other ninjas, I always kind of let you guys at least try to do that for yourself. You know what I'm saying? I try to know all the ninjas that have been released and kind of ability that you want. Because I could tell you this ninja is good, but if she's good with who? You know what I'm saying? We got so many different ninjas coming out, and it's kind of like that's something I need to do myself. Because Pain and Kona, I can't get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? They have to stay. But to replace, I know I'm getting Obito Mondara, but Saratobi replacing him, and now Hinata, I have to find two ninjas that can replace those two and still my team, be better. But a lot of different, things that we do, you know what I'm saying, if that makes sense. So other than that, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you guys later.